Alright. So, I have been... okay, I'm sure you can hear it. I'm still a little sick. But I've been sick for like a week now. So I was like, you know what? I probably should stream at least one of these days. Before, like... you know... Before I go back to school and I'm still sick. So, you know what? Friday stream or Sunday stream. It's no longer Friday. Every like, I mean, Friday is the same as Sunday for me. I have no classes. Hello there, the Troddler, the Cool Duel. For some reason, my teammates chose Buster, so if we lose this, it's not my fault, okay? They chose an Ass Commander for 4v4s, and you know what that... Like, if we were playing 1v1s, this may be okay, because then I could just go Rockets, but, like, in terms of 4v4, it's not... Will the streaming streak return? Probably not. After I came down with my sickness, I was like, actually, this is kind of goated, not having to stream every day. I was like, oh my, I have so much time to do my homework and do things that are actually good for me and healthy. I am sick, however. Okay, there's looks like there's a large amount of sickness going. It was really actually unfortunate the timing of the sickness. This was midterms week, so I came down with the sickness exactly as when I had midterms. So that I showed up to all my midterms, and I was sniffling, and I just felt terrible, and I was like, well, I'm sure this is impacting my cognitive load right now. Once there was a dream that there was a sync cam. I don't know if we're gonna get the camera this stream. You know, objectively, I don't exactly look the healthiest ever. I don't want to have to turn on the camera and and also I haven't showered since like the day before yesterday. And my family visited yesterday, and then I also had a lot of homework to do yesterday, and I also played Beyond All Reason for like 8 hours yesterday. So like there was, you know, you know, the entire time was full. You know, there was nothing negotiable there that I could have gotten rid of, especially the 8 hours of Beyond All Reason to take a shower. That was unreasonable. I had a dream that I went to a Nano and N-Toys R U and went next to a TF and opened a panel which led to a hallway where I was jumped in onto a rope and jump onto a Windows. Okay, that sounds like an average dream. About as coherent as it could possibly be. No idea what's very happening here. Why no face cam? Because I just don't feel good. I don't feel good at all. So I was like, you know what? Your lungs still sound good? Yes. I am not like I don't feel bad. It's just like I'm sniffling and I'm coughing up a little bit, which is, you know, I don't know if that's like being sick, but I don't like the headache isn't there anymore. Okay, so since the headache's not there, I can actually be somewhat productive. You know, that's the important part. This bro sounds like he's bringing back the bubonic plague. Well, I don't want to do that, okay? Actually, not a big fan of the bubonic. Actually, no. If I bring back the bubonic plague, we're probably going to have, like, you know, a population collapse, and then wages are going to start rising again, because then the workers are going to be so rare. You know, actually, I'm just doing it for the workers, okay? I'm a people's man, and the bubonic plague was actually a great boon to the populations of, I don't know, Europe or something. Like, sure, like half of them died, which isn't great, but the people who remained were just kind of living large. You know, the lords had to start fighting each other and giving out new benefits. You know, I'm sure once the bubonic plague went around, everybody was giving out dental care like as part of work, which was like kind of OP. Bubonic plague is already here. Wasn't there an outbreak of the bubonic plague in like Africa or something? I thought I remember seeing that somewhere. Where I realized the R alias and I was in a dream and woke up. Man, realizing you're in a dream, like I often don't wake up at that point. Sometimes I just start controlling the dream and I'm like, okay, well now I can just make like conjure things out of thin air, and then I just play myself as a superhero whenever I realize I'm in a dream. I can just be like, oh, I can make you do whatever I want. Oh, this is amazing. Now you can't just be the stupid class project teammate, because now I'm in control of you. Go summon me up an ice cube. Then I make them summon me up an ice cube. It's pretty peak. I'm probably blocking my teammates' turbines here, but I don't. This man's going. Okay, I don't. I'm also blocking his nukes, but that man's going nukes. Like, come on. A man's going howitzer nukes on this map. You can't lucid dream. I feel bad for you. No doing silly things to people in your dreams then. treating them as mere objects, which they are. I mean, they're subordinates to your own mind, so why not treat them for what they are? When will Cloud eat chips? I actually have chips with me, but like since the camera's on, I'm not gonna eat chips while there's the camera on. Okay, that's not happening. I probably should blow my nose. My nose actually started running at breakfast for some reason. Probably because I was also yapping at breakfast. A bunch of people I knew just showed up for some reason, and then they started talking to me, and I was like, okay. And then I started yapping, and my nose started running, which is kind of unfortunate, considering that's my job. The fact that there's a correlation between yapping and my nose running. One time I had a dream where I was in a room, my head was the factorial lab, and I got taped into a room with tons of analog eremitus, and I was there for 2 hours when I got out. What is an eremitus? That sounds like a biology term. Actually, I don't want to know what it is. It sounds like a biology term. Still not a big fan of biology. That hasn't changed. Alright, so their bottom player can play the game and the top player can play the game. That means we probably lost here. Because those are generally the two bases that if they know how to play the game, it's generally Jover. Hey, get it damage. Hey, Cloud, it might have actually happened to me. I might be getting a girlfriend soon. There's no way. It's all bait, man. It's all, look at, you have to take, like, I've learned that even if you talk to a girl, that at the end of the day, it could just be bait. I don't know. I've had a lot of times where I've talked to a lot of women, and they've either all thought I was gay, or they then find somebody else. Now, you know what? If you actually get a girlfriend, and it works out, I'll be very happy for you. But I am a cynicalist now. Whenever I see hope, I'm like, are you sure about that? I don't think so. And then I crush that hope between my thighs. Actually, that was probably a wrong place to say that. Between my fists. There we go. That's more masculine and manly, okay? Will not be taking the femboy allegations today. Completely unfounded. Oh man, I can't even aim cannons anymore. I haven't played this game for like a week. After I stopped streaming, I was like, I need a break from this. Played other games for like a week, which were pretty fun. But I mean, it's starting to show my cannon aim and the builds on actually all the great. I'll let you know when the date goes in 2 weeks. I'll be very happy then. You know what? If my viewers start getting girlfriends, then maybe it reflects on me as the original YouTuber. So then you know, surely then it'll rub off on me. Oh boy, Cloud stream at 100K? I did say that. I did say that. Was it? No, it was a maid outfit, right? I did say I would do that. But we're not at 100K and we're not even close. So like, you know, since it's not right now, it's not actually real. You know, it's like debt, you know? Since you don't have to pay it all off today, it's not actually in fact a real thing. Because the future isn't now and the future will never be real. That's what all the great American people tell me, actually. Anyways. The same ones who then go on sports gambling apps. That isn't very nice. Man's trying to focus down my energy production. I probably should focus down his energy production. He does make a valid point. I probably should have just gone pure back turbines, actually. I'm making a lot of, I'm learning, oh god. Never mind, I can't aim. I guess I'll just shoot up here instead. Oh, never mind, I can't aim. Oh, I can't aim. Rip. Bro should have thought differently before joining this lobby. I forgot I turned off co-op on Death Off, so now I have to actually skill here. I don't know if I have the APM for these. Bro, what are these teammates? Bro, my teammates also just died, okay? Yeah, nice. Lasers. You're just being annoying. Oh god, the man built the base like this? Jesus Christ. Where are the three longs? Any forlongs? I do have a lot of the forlongs. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. I did forlong max more or less, but I don't know if I've like, you know, there's a lot of blinking struts though. It's making me nervous. I got the forlong there. I have all the forlongs down here as well, so I should theoretically be okay. But like, I don't know. It is kind of making me nervous. I don't need that. Do I go? No, I'm not gonna go nukes. I have cannons, man. Cannon base is not a nuke base in the slightest. Replace it all with mines. Man, laser guy as usual is extremely annoying. Now you should join a Chinese modded lobby and use the Firebird minigun strat. Yeah, but the thing is, a modded lobby, then they're just gonna pull out the OP modded weapon on me and it's one-shot me. Like, if I don't know what the mod in the modded lobby is, then I'm usually cooked. You realize that I usually lose those games, actually. Because I don't know what's, like, I'm supposed to do. Like the best thing I can usually do is go howitzers, but if there's some OP material, then, like, even the howitzers don't work. The OP material just stops the howitzers, and then I lose. And that sucks. But that is what it is. That is the beauty of modded, is the fact that it takes all the skill out of the game that you can acquire in the base game, and then you can just win, even if you're not all that great. Which is kind of interesting. My goat is back. How are we doing today? I'm a little bit sick. What? That was an interesting shot. I don't understand where that angle came from, but I'm not going to ask questions here. You know what? Now I'm no longer doing well. That just ruined my day. Actually, I probably should actually defend this. They're looking a little bit suspicious here. With the whole mines are just exposed to one plasma beam here. The battery replacement's also not great, but like, not about to fix that. Well, that was an interesting door drop there. Can't say I'm happy about that one either. But I did actually, the day's actually not going all the way. I tried to get coffee this morning, and they ran out of coffee. And I was very disappointed in it, because like that's literally their one job. Let's go. What, drop my doors? Cannon doors getting dropped? Is that what you mean? I don't think that's a very good moment, but like, you know what? I don't like I mean, like, cannon doors are kind of cringe though. They're all big, and they're not very pretty. You know, generally mini doors are the way to go. I mean, I could have done like lower mini doors, but like, or even central doors. I don't want to do that. That's like a lot of work. There's a very short echo. What do you mean there's an echo? Oh, you're absolutely right. Nope. This man's a genius. I have desktop audio and Forts audio, both as a audio setting in OBS. So it was recording both my desktop audio, which is, you know, Forts, and then also the Forts audio, so that, you know, there was double Forts. So yeah, you were absolutely right. Thank you for making that observation. That probably was very vague, and now it's been fixed. No more audio problems. 100 RS. Argentina. Oh, shit. Thank you, forlongs. Jesus Christ. Probably should actually delete that. I do have the forlongs in front. I'm gonna get rid of that, all the weight in front, because that clearly is not looking too great. Oh, that wasn't very nice. Man, now these are all angling downwards. That's actually like okay considering I'm only shooting downwards, but it's still annoying. I think they're over. The fact that they're just really repairing a full wall of... Like, they're taking 3 cannons. 3 cannons against a full wall of metal is super expensive. Like, the fact that they're taking that is kind of just crazy. Should I buy this game? Do you think you would enjoy this game? If you do think you would enjoy this game, I think you should probably buy it. I think most people could tell whether they would enjoy a game. Like, if you enjoy RTS games in general, I think you would enjoy this game. But the learning curve is steep, I've heard. Okay, everybody who plays this game is like, this game's actually hard to learn. I'd probably be like, that's probably true. I don't really remember learning this game because that was like so many years ago. But people do tell me the game's hard to learn. It's kind of a tragedy, but it is what it is. Small. There's quite a few blinking struts here. Made me a little bit nervous. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Whatever. I should actually fire the cannons here. An EMP, really? H indeed, brother. Oh, I can aim. Did I aim even more? No, I missed. Okay. I wanted to get that perfect shot right over here, probably into like some batteries or something. But no, I can't aim. Ever thought of like forts 2? Yeah, you should talk to the devs about that. And then after they make forts, it could just be forts. It could just be forts. It's just gonna be an advertising stuff where they put a 2 there to make it seem new. I think they should do that. Drum up new interest in the game. Yep, that's the shot I was looking for. Discover your channel 2 days ago. I've watched all of your videos. You have not watched all of my videos 2 days ago. I have 300 uploaded videos to my channel. you have lied. That is theoretically not possible, right? 300 average length to 10 minutes. That's how many? 3,000 minutes, which is definitely more minutes than there is in 2 days. I can guarantee you that, right? Because you know. 24 times 60. Yeah, that's probably more. Wait, is it? Yeah, no, that is. Okay. We're good. I'm not going insane. You recommend going through the campaign before jumping into multiplayer? I did not play the campaign. I played the campaign at like 500 hours. However, I also played the game when it was easy. I played the game when everybody was ass at it, right? Like, when I started this game, trust me, the builds in the past were not good. Like what you needed to be considered good at the game was practically nothing. So I would probably do the campaign before I play the game. I didn't, but like, you know, that was probably a mistake because like the first time I ever played like in a multiplayer lobby, I got absolutely stomped and I rage quit and I didn't open the game for like 3 months. I do specifically remember that game was on Balls 2v2. Somebody went mortars, absolutely stomped me. And then I got mad at them, and then rage quit and didn't open the game for 2 months. I do remember that. That memory is clear as day to me. Just that one memory from early Forts. That was pretty much. And the only other memory I have from early Forts is getting stomped by Ethan and ranked, me asking who he was, and then us becoming friends. Those are the 2 memories I have from early Forts, and those are probably the 2 memories I need. GG to the 21 fort streak? Yeah, I don't think it's ever coming back, though. Chainsaw that clapper? I'm trying. Okay, this guy actually... There's no way this guy actually has nukes. Oh my god, he's going swarms. Alright, I guess it's time for purple tech. What? And immediately got deleted. Alright, those are all well aimed. Very happy with those shots. And then also going to get a wall of gunners here. May as well, this man is being weird. I've been watching you play for months, and even Project encourages gaming for years. I finally got a laptop, and it looks fun to play, and the price was too low. Should I buy the DLC, though? You don't need the DLC to play the DLCs. The only person who needs the DLC is the host. So, like, for instance, if you join my lobby, you can play with all the DLCs if I turn them on. Not that I ever really turn on high seas, but theoretically you could. If I did turn on... Oh, I missed. Alright. If I did theoretically chose to turn on high seas, then you could play with all the DLC. So I would... If you really enjoy... Like, if you enjoy the game after buying the base game, then I would say get the DLCs. You know, if you want to host lobbies, you know, do your own thing. But if you, like... If you first buy the game, I'd say wait 2 months before you even consider getting the DLCs. Just see if you like it first, and then if you do like it, grab the DLCs. Otherwise, just vibe. You know, don't play the game if you don't like it. Should I grab Osa Red Tech? I actually already have a Red Tech. Get some of these running. Watch them have, like, miniguns or something. Fire beams also work, actually. Oh my god, that's just enough gutters. Okay. I should just cover my entire front with just pure, like, energy shield so that I can't, like, I'm not at risk of just getting dropped here. And I'm honestly pretty scared of just him playing the game too hard and dropping my entire base. Yeah, manually fired flak is OP, man. Don't let the AI mess up the shit. Just do it yourself, and it always works out. Can't get baited into firing the fire team if it's being controlled by a player. No! Didn't I buy buzzsaws down there? I had some buzzsaws somewhere. Pretty sure they were down here, but now they're no longer with us. I'll rebuild them. I didn't know you streamed? Well, that's just a pure lie. I've seen you here before. I'm 90% sure I've seen you here before, and you're just lying to me. Hey, I'm gonna go sleep, early today, so I would head out. Hope you have a good rest stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope I have a good rest of the stream, too. Though the fact that I'm still a little bit sick makes me think that it won't go on for that long, but hopefully on for a decent amount, okay? Monomace is actually being extremely tanky here. Damn, he remembers? I do remember. My brain is too large. I didn't know this guy streamed. I didn't know I streamed for the past 7 days either. But I do. I can kill people live. I can prove it. I'm not always ass at this game. And I think in Curses turning off, like, co-op with death was actually, like, a valid move. Like, this is a great fun. Because then I actually kill somebody, it actually has an effect on the game. It's not just like, and then there's 8 people that join that guy's base, and it's like, oh, well, I guess killing you had no effect. And then I lose, and it sucks, and it's like, okay. One of the nukes in the fire. El Bozo. And then manual flak to finish it off. Oh, that's where the fire beams are. I didn't know about that. I'll just kill all the fire beams now. May as well. Pretty sure those things are, like, decently exposed. I see your base as Xmit's lights. It does not have... Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about all the, blinking struts? Yeah, it's a little bit, like, not great with all the, stress struts in my base, but that is what it is, okay? Nothing that can be done about that. He just fired his nukes, got disconnected again. No nukes for this guy. And now I think this guy is going to be a little bit cooked here. Because he's running out of APM. You could tell because he's not connected back to his old base here. I just did, but that is a single-doored plasma. If I can hit it. Can I hit the plasma? I can't. Okay. Right above the plasma beam. This shot surely will get it. There we go. Got it. Alright. Swing plasma actually valid. Hello, fellow humans. Couldn't relate. Not a human. Floating water and ice particles. Like real base people are. Now, those are going to auto-fire. Not intentional, but -2 upgraded mines is significant. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Especially because I'm the one doing the damage. Front lean is not necessary. Yeah, a little bit too late. If my teammate built any amount of weapons, I'm pretty sure we'll be GG here, but like... You know, teammate not exactly doing that here, but that's okay. My teammate's having a great time. And you know what? I appreciate him for it. Play poor battleships? What is APM actions per minute? Basically how fast you can build stuff. My APM's not doing so right. I changed my monitor setup to a different type. See if I like it. It's not, and I haven't played Forts since, so I haven't gotten used to it yet. I also changed my mouse sensitivity. I raised it a little bit, and it's throwing off my building. That's okay. It's not exactly like too impactful here. I'm still winning mostly. Should I actually build more cannons at this one? I probably should, but I'm scared that my base can actually. What I'm gonna do is just build howitzers down here. Go like this. Homo sapiens, using the scientific term to sound smart. That's actually valid. That's actually exactly what I love doing. Like, that's why I really don't like speaking German. Because, like, I can only use, like, the basic words. And then I just sound like an idiot. I just can't use the big fancy vocabulary that I know in English. And then I sound stupid. I'm like, this is actually not this is not very cool. Not a big fan of this. Please remove German from my language. This sucks. That's all on fire. Why can't this fire further downwards? It's because of this. I did not mean to fire that. Okay, well, whatever. I don't think he has any fire beams left. I think I killed them all, so I'm just gonna triple door these and then forget about them. Probably should use the buzzsaws first. I'm just rage baiting real smart people. Are you? I don't. Is this some intellectual joke that I'm not getting? Is there not supposed to be two homos or something? If you can be rage baited, you are not smart. I feel like I feel like getting rage baited is perfectly fine. Cause like there's valid part, like if somebody just calls you like there's no difference like between like the rage baiting is saying the exact same things as an asshole would say, but for a different reason. Like an asshole actually just hates you. Well, no, rage baiters are just assholes. Never mind. I changed my position. Like if you get rage baited, it's just like the other person just being evil, evil person over there. Saying rage bait is kind of rage bait. That's true. That's true. I can agree with that sentiment. DLCs added new weapons and stuff. Yes. So like howitzers, 20mm. Well, 20mm are built in DLC technically. Tons of guns, right here. Yes, moonshot weapons, so buzzsaws, smokes, howitzers, and mag beams are technically DLC weapons. This is true. Hold on. I need to close the window. My fingers are too cold. Right. I've successfully blown my nose and closed the window. Now, my blowing nose is not going to have a long effect. If this guy's going to replay, I'm just going to kick him. I play too much Terraria, and it's tiring, and it's late. Good night. You're tired from playing Terraria. That sounds exhausting. I'll let him rejoin if he wants. We're cloud cam, by the way. Well, the thing is, I'm sick, so I don't exactly want to show my sick self, okay? Like, like, you know, then I have to think about my facial expressions, and that's a lot of work, you know? And then I have to start communicating through other forms of means and body language and things like that. Like, that's tough. That's tough. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Cam before I go. You know what? We can do a vote on this. If this gets above 75%, then I'll do a cam. 25%, yes. There we go. It is above 75%, otherwise it's going to be a no. Let democracy do its thing. We got 100% yes with like 2 votes in. It's 90% yes. Okay. It's mostly yes. Okay, it looks like it's probably going to happen. There's no telling for sure, though. No, the no people are coming in. Oh, shit. It's pretty over. If you say no, you are a rage baiter. The worst thing to be. Just do it. Brother, it is now 59% yes. It's not looking good. Like, we may not even get to the 50% mark at this rate. This is trending way downwards. Say yes or I ban you. Average bot abuse. Oh my god, unbelievable. I can't believe this. Wow, wow. Nobody wants the camera today. Everybody's betrayed the sync. Okay. It's Drover switching account to say, yeah, no. there's way too many no's here. It looks like nobody wants the camera, which is okay. The people have spoken. They don't want a camera. You know what? That's, you know, good for them. They use their votes, and it looks like it's a resounding no. Actually, I actually quite appreciate the moonshine music. Like, the music on this map is actually quite good. I like it. Who said there was a democracy? I mean, that's true. At the end of the day, it's whether I respect the vote or not. I mean, I guess that's what all dictatorships actually do, though. Is they're like, democracy is cool until they don't vote for me. Actually, I don't have Twitch on. Really, you're really doing this right now? You're actually going for the back kill? Unbelievable. There we go. Nice. Average gamer in my lobby killing himself with like a core swing or something. I'm not restarting, that was a skill issue, okay? You click no, you like being door sniped. No. God, now you see, this is another great thing about democracy. You just make shit up about your opponents that are just negative. And it's the greatest thing that has ever happened. You're like, oh, if you don't agree with me, you're actually just a pedophile, you know? Because everybody who disagrees with me is an evil pedophile. That's just how it is. Like doing 0.1% of a reactor HP. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have... Like, if it was directly, it wouldn't do something, but, like... It's not... Oh. This guy realized that I could just do this. That didn't drop it? Consider me shocked. Like, that's actually wild that didn't drop it there. There it goes. Okay. No more flax for this guy. He abused it too much. Should have learned his lesson. The cloud flies? I don't know what aspect I am airborne here, but I like the thought. Guy, 0 energy production now. I think that's about to be not too good for him. Losing all of his mind now. Oh no. The not being able to play the game moment. He's down to 1 mine. Can I get the last one? Yeah, he has 0 mines. That was the 0 mine gaming over here. What's going on here? No storages either. Oh. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, I probably should actually build a tech here. They're just doing upgrade center vibing like I have been the whole time. I thought you were gonna die in the womb. This guy can't angle. This guy is kind of just cooked here. Like, he's gonna... Like, I don't like... If we were scattershot, I think he would actually be dead. He'll just fully kill him. Like, he sold off his metal there. Hold on. Never mind. He's actually dead again. That's a real shame. What does he even look like? I look like a white... Oh. Wow. Yeah, and yeah, the enemies are actually the ones with the skill issue. Okay, gamers. Big doors on shotguns illegal. I didn't build the map came with them, but I just got skill issued, so now I'm in the talk to the chat phase. Does the angled armor work in forts though? Forts or no? Angled armor, no. Well, the thing is, the longer the strut is, the more expensive it is. So, diagonal shit is more expensive than. I can pull up paint. Look at this. So this is a normal strut. Let's say this costs 100, right? This is another normal strut. This is 100 plus 100 squared the square root of this. So whatever this is, right? This is more. This is greater. This is greater than 100. So the diagonal struts cost more, essentially. Doing some quick math. Loved your recent modded video. Of course you love my recent modded video. Everybody likes the modded videos. How many donors are in the files? Probably a lot of them. They're trying to associate me with them, so then I go down with the rest of the FFC. Once the political establishment actually punishes people for being pedophiles, which I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but once they do, I'm cooked. Peak mathematics, it is. So that's essentially explaining why angled armor is ass. Maths make you better at forts. Example, tar. I think just being an autistic genius makes you better at forts. Example, Ethan and tar. Like, we have two of them, and they're basically both the best people at the game, right? Like, it's kind of silly. Every single donor's in them. That's why nothing will happen. Oh, is that why I'm safe? U.S. government won't allow me to get prosecuted ever because I'm a certified Epstein gamer. Pretty good. Stay in school. Yeah, you just do electrical engineering and quantitative economics in university, and then you're pretty much set to become the best sports player ever. That's generally just how that works. Yeah, but diagonal struts don't need constant repairs from bullets. Yeah, but you can also just, like, if you're just getting shot by a shotgun, you just build some wood in front, right? And also, what you can just build, like, you don't have to build extreme angles. For instance, if you want to counter, like, you want to counter shotguns, you can just, like, this is like a normal wall, like, this is your normal base. Your normal base, right? All you can do is just build, I'll even change this into red. You can just build, like, metal like this. And that, you don't have to build such a, like, you don't have to build something like this is way more expensive. You can just build something like this, and then the bullets will just, like, come in like this, and then they'll bounce off like that. So then this is less expensive because the angle is shallower. Armor choice is just called metal. Metal being illegal? Wow. Metal is not great. I'm gonna be honest with you. Metal is kind of a noob mistake. Like, even if you're defending against, like in ranked, if you're defending against buzzsaws, just build a shitload of wood. Like, that is just ranked now. It's absolutely crazy. Metal is just for when you float. Yeah, metal is for when you float and for doors. And for, I guess, firebeam penetration. It's good at countering firebeam penetration as well. Have you ever thought of becoming a professor? I should consider it. I am considering becoming a teacher, right? Because the U.S. teacher shortage is actually just kind of crazy. Like, like you'll always have a job as a teacher, and if you get into a good school district, they actually pay you a good amount. And that assumes you're actually a good teacher, but I think I could be a good teacher, right? Like, I feel like a good part about being a good teacher is being entertaining. Because, like, let's be honest, guys. Like, boring teachers, they're kind of ass. Like, no, if you can't keep your students awake in your class, do you really have a chance of them getting educated? Not really. Like, all my favorite, like, all my best, like, all the classes where I learn the most, the teachers are entertaining. And I feel like I kind of have that gene. I think I can make maths at least somewhat entertaining. Well, it's a 1v3. However, 2 of my teammates are going rockets. So it's pretty much relied on this guy here. How old am I? I am 19 years old. So I'm a spring chicken. But this year I'm going to turn 20. And then I won't be a teenager anymore. It's going to be tragic. Because 20 feels like it carries a lot more weight, right? Like, when I'm in my 20s, I'm going to actually have to do this stuff responsibly. You know? When you're 20 and you don't figure stuff out, then I feel like everybody's starting to judge you a little bit. You're like, come on, man. Already been on this earth 20 years, you can't figure out how to do taxes? Which I'm gonna have to figure out how to do taxes this year, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna love having to figure that out. And however it works with YouTube, which I don't actually know. That doesn't matter. I'm just gonna give it to like one of my parents and be like, Mom, please, I don't know how to do taxes. I need help. How do I do this stuff? I don't understand all the paperwork. And then that's at least the plan currently. 20's unk age, yes. Where do you play this game? Is it hard to get into? You play it on Steam. It's exclusively on Steam. And I hear the learning curve is pretty difficult, yes. You can almost drink beer in the USA, yes. I know. I know the facts. But I've already got my fair share of drinking beer. I drink a lot of beer in Germany, and I think I'm good enough for a lifetime. Bro, how are rockets landing on this map? This is actually crazy. Aren't you a math guy? I am pretty much a statistics major in university, yes. No camera, this is a sad day. Well, 75% was the threshold, and like, you know, I don't want to add a camera to the people who don't want a camera. I feel like if people want to see the information about struts, like in the bottom corner here, well, you get all the information about struts and, like, you know, you get the firing costs. Like, I think people today want to see all the firing costs, you know? Like, the firing cost of a sniper is 30 energy, and also of a gunner. Legal beer drinking comes with the price of paying taxes. Yeah. I'm a meth guy. I'm not a meth guy. Come on. You're putting words in my mouth. Unreasonable. Is the Twitch output not working? No, the Twitch output is working. Just join the Marine, they're allowed? Wait, you can drink beer in the Marines early? Based. Day 1, no voter. The lame voters. How much meth you gotta do to be a math major? You gotta do quite a bit, especially if you get those jobs on Wall Street. It'd be kind of funny if I got one of those jobs, and I could become an evil supervillain. I would probably get invited to the island if I got a job on Wall Street, I'm gonna be honest. And hang out with all the cool kids like Jeff Bezos. Was Jeff Bezos on the island? No. Elon Musk. Bill Gates. Uh-oh. Is it a competent player dead here? Shit, the competent player's dead. Gamers, it may be cooked. The one guy who could play the game is now dead. I don't think we're winning this one. You don't do a lot of tier 3 mortars. Why? I don't know the setup. Be honest with you, and I'm not gonna care to learn the setup. Like, I understand that tier 3 mortars are actually a thing now, and that mortar accelerators are extremely easy to build because they change the distance regulations on portals. But like, I'm not gonna care to learn how to build a mortar accelerator. Like, that's a lot of work. There goes another one. It's not just me that's noticing this side. Yeah, there we go. Elon wasn't rich 1% back then. Yeah. Well, he wasn't. That's kind of interesting. And Elon tried but didn't get to go. Didn't he go like once? Wait, did he never actually get to go on the island? I thought he was rejected like the second time. Oh, there's no concrete evidence. Okay, so he literally did just get rejected. He did ask multiple times. Okay. I mean, honestly, I feel like Elon Musk... I mean, Elon Musk is kind of the kid that does drugs, but isn't the cool kid that does drugs, right? He's the nerdy kid who does drugs, so he's not the cool one. You know, when all the chill bros do drugs, you know, they're just kind of chill. When the nerd does drugs, they're just kind of lame, you know? They're like, I'm actually now a higher functioning being, and everybody's just like, I don't want to hang out with this guy. You just sound like to start talking about, like, you know, calculus. To start, like, finding the square root of X at the island instead of actually just being chill and being like, gamers, is Congress certainly not controlled by an alien federation? So the lame ones, yeah. Definitely in the 1%. I'm cool while doing it? You know what, good for you. At least you're cool while doing drugs, not lame. How money can't buy happiness are true. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh no, he actually shot it down. Okay, good for him. If money could buy it, but I feel like money can buy, like, get rid of problems that cause unhappiness. Like, for instance, right, I have to do my taxes. If I had a shitload of money, I would just pay somebody else to do my taxes. You know, I have to edit videos. If I had a shitload of money, I would just make somebody else do that shit. And I feel like there's a lot of things that cause unhappiness, and money can make them go away, but they can't get happiness, right? Like, no matter how rich you are, you can never get, like, you know, you can never forcibly make somebody love you, right? And I feel like after you're a certain point of wealth, it's actually, like, kind of impossible to find somebody who actually likes you for who you are, right? Like, if you're a billionaire, right? I feel like, you know, it's going to be pretty hard to find somebody who, like, and it's going to be pretty much impossible to know as well, because, right? Because if somebody learns that you're a billionaire, it's going to be, like, I feel like they're going to have, like, ulterior motivations for their relationship to you. Like, even if they do like you, I don't know if it's going to be 100% true, you know? I will make you pay taxes, Cloud? Yeah. Yeah. 69 votes. It's over. It's the funny number. It's no longer 6-7, though, which is tragic. Alright, my teammate's building up one more shotgun. He's gonna... Man, like... I don't understand why this guy's... Like, he doesn't need to do this. This guy could kill this guy at any moment, and he's just, like, not. Alright. You gonna shoot him now? Can you please end the game here? He missed. He missed. Oh my god. Oh my god. Next shot is surely gonna hit. Among Us base? You might... Look it. This guy... He has all the wealth in the world, and he decides to build an Among Us with it. Mike is a bit too sensitive, not sure how to put it. You want it farther away? Is this better? You guys like it if it's a bit farther away? Do I know? I should have noise suppression on. Hold on. Properties. Nope, not in properties. Filters. I do have noise suppression and a noise gate on. I have 2 noise gates on. That's awkward. I don't know why. I guess I'll just use this one. No more of this noise gate. Marry another billionaire? But like... But then you won't have happiness, right? Like, if 2 billionaires marry each other, like, are they really husband and wife? Like, let's be honest. I feel like if you marry another billionaire, they're both gonna have their little side projects going on. You know, I feel like that's how it always happens. You know, like, cause come on. Come on. And we all saw what Mr. Gates was doing on that island. And maybe it's because his billionaire wife was an example. I mean, like, his Ellie Shock taking down 3 howitzers? Yeah, that was a good shotgun value. I'll be honest, I'm, like, at some point, brother, you gotta, okay. Shotgun has been shut down. Howitzer follow-up, please, man. The shotgun shutdown, please, please. No, no, you're not. He's not firing the howitzers. One shotgun is better than 3 mortars. You could gamble all your money. What? And then get divorced 5 years later? Yeah. Kind of the grind. You finally beat Factorio. Good for you. Worst day streak day 30. Let's go. No. I got sick. Biology cooked me. There was nothing I could do. Would have simply been better biology. The comeback? Yeah, this guy's getting a comeback here. Absolutely right. I'm just not believing. I believed harder this man would be able to get a comeback. I think that's GG there. Base collapse? No. Base lives after all that? That's wild. Everything got EMP'd again. And now an extreme green circuit shortage. Seems about average. Did you beat the DLC or did you beat the base game? Be honest, the DLC is a lot harder than the base game. I don't know if I don't know if it's described as hard. It just takes a lot longer. A better way to put it. Interesting. Make doesn't want it to smash in the terrain, which means no red or blue circuits. That is true. Slugfest? I don't know. I feel like a slugfest implies that it's two-way. This is pretty one-way. This is more like just like, you know, a UFC fighter just beating up an sumo wrestler, but the sumo wrestler can't fight back. A sumo wrestler would win in that situation because of weight, but like. There's a lot of fat just taking it, absorbing all the blows. You know what I mean? Good evening to you. What map? Want to do a silly one? I don't know if I want to do a silly one. Yeah, we can do this map. I've gotten the game before Space Age and then forgot about it. Oh. Moonshot is the best high seals DLC. It is the best high seals DLC. Actually, we can do back seas or high seas. Like high seas, just it makes all the weapons feel weird. Because if you're playing in a high seas lobby, like it just makes like rockets or more just feel useless, and I don't know. It just makes the game feel weird. Or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Is that the one where he got his jaw broken? Holy swarms? Holy swarms indeed, brother. Does this game get updated? It does. In fact, there's going to be a new DLC soon. There was going to be a new DLC soon. Like, actually, you want to look at the announcement? Let's see. Let's see when the announcement was. It was a while ago, but they announced that they're going to release a new DLC, and then they said soon, and it's been like 6 months or 8 months already. It's been a while since they recently announced the DLC, and it's kind of depressing. They're just baiting. That's all they're doing. I can't find it in the Steam update. It looks like it is in the Steam news, which is tragic. A real shame. DLC looks ass. It looks like it's gonna be another high seas video. Tired? I am. I'm just sick. I'm sick, Cloud. I'm slightly sick. My nose is still running, and it's causing me congestion, and it doesn't. I don't feel the greatest, but that's okay. 1v2 or 1v3. You get a 2 minutes of head start or even no firing. I could 1v2 a normal, like 2 normal people easily. But no, I didn't mean to open that. But it's the how do I call it? It's the fact that if I'm playing against 2, you'll know how to play the game. I'd lose. Brother. My brother. What is up? What is happening right here? Glad I'm feeling better. Thank you. I'm happy too. I mean, It was just unfortunate that I felt like I was at my worst point during the finals. And I don't know, or not the finals, the midterm. I think it was because maybe the midterms were causing me stress. I'm gonna go get some toilet paper to blow my nose. Like this guy is not he's not loading. Look at that. Easiest shit of my life. This guy never gonna load in anyways. All the time in the world. Dragonborn needs a better PC. Is that what his name means in some language? I'm bad at this game compared to this above average cloud thing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the goal. I'm above average in most games. Never the best though. Never the best. You might pull a 1v4 with a 2-minute head start. Against average people, yes. I could do that. Am I happy / content? Mostly. When my family isn't around and I'm just alone at university, then I'm usually happy. Whenever my dad gets here, then I usually get stressed out. Because then, you know, he's reminding me of the fact that I'm not going to enough clubs or... Man, dad can be a little bit silly sometimes. But the fact that he's always just like, I don't know if this is good. And I'm just like, that's probably valid, but like, now you're just making me feel depressed. Right? Like, I didn't need to know about this. I like, he always puts like all my inefficiencies in like, in plain English. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. You don't need to go around reminding me that, you know, I probably should do more sports. I probably should study more. I probably should focus more on school. I probably should play less video. Like I understand. I know it's coming from a place of like good intentions, but then it stresses me out because then I get like, I look in the mirror and I'm just like, am I good enough? And then I'm not. Then I don't feel as good. But other than that, I'm usually happy. Infinity power versus cloud. I'm not doing that. I would probably lose. Infinity power is probably better than me at this game. I'm brave enough to admit that. Okay. Like, I don't mind admitting Infinity Power is better than me. Like, only reason I don't like Infinity Power is because then he goes around and he's like, this guy is terrible at this game. Like, his builds are trash. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you don't have to be an asshole. Like, there's, like, I may be worse than you, but, like, you don't have to, like, parade it around on the streets. Makes me feel bad about myself. You sound like a teenager? Well, I am still a teenager, and I'm happy about it. Wait, are you calling me a squeaker? Man, getting called a squeaker is actually the worst form of insult. Man, I remember when I used to be a squeaker back in middle school on Xbox Live. Playing Ark Survival Evolved. Shit was pretty peak. Winning Cloud, the uncrowned king of Greenland. You think I could become the king of Greenland? I bet I could become the king of Greenland. You think they would want me? I would be like, I would protect you against the Danish and American overlords. I would solve all your problems. And then they would be like, oh my god, this guy's great. Vote me for king. And then there'd be no more elections ever. I'm pretty sure that would go great. Whenever when somebody said you could sound like Ben Shapiro, I did remember that. That insult did go to my head. And like, you know what? Whenever I'm explaining something like mathematical, I can understand it. You know, whenever I'm making a point about something where I'm just like, you know, well, in fact, since the GDP per capita of this nation is in fact lower than the average of the Congo, it means that the standard of living is likely not actually all there. Like, I can understand where the Ben Shapiro comes in whenever I'm trying to make an argument, but like, you know, just because it's true doesn't mean they have to tell me about it, right? Like, another one of those things where it's like, yeah, you may be right, but like, you know, ever heard of just not trying to hurt my feelings too much? Wait, Cloud invades Greenland? You think I should invade Greenland? I bet I could invade Greenland. I bet I could take on the entire Greenland population. Isn't it like 2,000 people live there or something? Yeah, 56,000 people. I bet I could 1v 56,000. Sounds pretty easy. Have you tried Yaomi Hustle? I don't know what that is. I don't know what Yaomi Hustle is. Hold on. I don't know what that is. Some more like Technoblade? Yeah, but like half Technoblade, half Ben Shapiro still makes me hurt. Like the fact that there's still a Ben Shapiro in me makes me scared. I don't want there to be like half of YouTube to be like, actually this guy's argumentation was in fact wrong. You can tell like the logical fallacies in his man, both sides piss me off. Like Ben Shapiro is kind of doing Ben Shapiro things and being silly, but then the other side is just so, I don't know. It makes it hard to like the other side as well. Because they're always just like, well, he's using the logical fallacy of the, you know, Belmont complicated forts strategy, and it's just like, okay, bro, come on. Put this in terms of English, okay? And then the guys, like, half the time they're always British as well, and it's just like, okay, yeah, you're British, yeah, of course you're complaining about the logical fallacy. You're just stupid. You're just making shit up to make it sound like you're smart, huh? Average Brit. Complaining about the fact that Americans do better argumentation. Ben Shapiro's inside my walls. Ben Shapiro lives inside my head rent-free. Ben Shapiro wasn't all of us. But I feel like he kind of fell off. I'm not hearing about him much anymore. I feel like Charlie Kirk kind of took his spot in the spotlight and then died. So then after he died, everybody was just like, eh, who really cares about this Ben Shapiro guy? He was just kind of less cool Charlie Kirk. And Charlie Kirk's kind of dead now, so it's just like, who, you know. Why do I care about not cool Charlie Kirk? Like, I used to have the peak, and now the peak is gone. So it's kind of a tragedy. He fell off? Yeah, I feel like he did fall off. But, like, I feel like everybody kind of falls off. Like, you can only be a cultural phenomenon for so long before everybody gets bored, right? Like, people following you will get bored. And I feel like the whole culture war thing has also died down. Like, nobody really talks about, like, culture war at all. Like, Christian, American, like, everybody's just kind of tired of that, I think. Like, everybody's like, yeah, sure, man. Can you make my eggs cheaper? Like, look, I get you care about your American values, but, like, price of eggs is kind of expensive right now, so could you just fix this first and then go back to doing whatever you're doing? Like, I'll listen to your whole, you know, manifesto if you can make my eggs cheaper. Like, I feel like everybody's priorities are just kind of somewhere else right now. He fell off because he was ideologically inconsistent. That's unfortunate for him. That's unfortunate for me. I think that tanks. No, it didn't tank. Shit. Oh, I needed some more wood. That's rough. I just wanted to shoot this guy with howitzers. I do have an upgrade center now, though. So what I can do is go full upgraded eco and AFK tank. I can probably actually tank the howitzer. Who has howitzers? What? There are now planes. Amazing. Amazing tank? Yeah, the tank wasn't great. Uh-oh. That rip top base, I guess. Can't have a fun time either. Oh, it's close. Wow, okay, aim. Sorry, teammate, that was may have been my fault. Regarding eggs, once again, there was a guy in supersize. There was a guy in supersize? I don't understand it. I'm doing my Spanish homework right now. Good for you. You know what? Doing your homework's probably valid. I have to do math homework and coding homework. And instead I'm playing video games. So, you know, I'm right with you, brother. Being about as productive as a human can be. Oh, I got both of them with that one. Ooh. No, not mine. No. Not the... Okay, well, ignore that shot. Hello, Cloud. Good luck in your games. Thank you. I am doing fine. My top ace knows how to play the game, which is nice. Ah, it appears he figured out the strategy where he... Oh. Gamers. I think I may have just lost. I don't know what's making me think this, but like it ain't looking good. Can you please not sink down there? Can you come back up, please? Yes, yes, the dual base, man. No! Rip. Wait, no, the captain goes down. No, please, give me the rope. Shit. Wanted to go down with my ship there. I blame the guy who wished me luck. All his faults for my terrible base design. That couldn't tank one howitzer. I wasn't expecting the enemy to figure out that they could just direct fire me, though. That was kind of OP. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was kind of smart of them. Okay. Okay, now you shouldn't shoot me anymore, okay? Now you can just shoot my teammates. Brother, there's nothing left to shoot in my base. L teammate. Rip. Is he dead? I don't think he's gonna die from that, but he's definitely gonna be hurt. Still the Howie? Oh, I probably could have tried. Yeah, that's actually probably a valid fact. I don't think I would have held on to it long enough, and I don't think I would have the storages either at this point. I'm not going for me, right? Oh, is this guy gone? I think this guy's gone. Rip top base. Yeah. Well, that was unfortunate. It is what it is, though. Wait, the howitzer explodes when it goes underwater? I did not know about that. Yeah, it took splash. I didn't... Oh, wait, that's actually good to know. I didn't know if you miss the howitzer, it goes underwater, it actually does an explosion. That is interesting. There's no visual effect for explosion, but it does do an explosion there. Would I think you should get 20 machine guns? I don't think that's going to work. I'm pretty sure there's going to go, like, shotguns or something and just slaughter all the machine guns for free. That time it definitely didn't explode. Huh. Hey, whoa. I'm a little feisty there with the whole sniper thing, huh? In fact, I would shoot down the sniper, but more important priorities happening right now. I think my shotgun may die here. Never mind. They call me the shotgun slinger. As I do be slinging them shotguns right about now. And it's working out great for my team, because apparently they're all howitzers. Which, I don't think we're going to recover from this, the fact that none of us have any weapons, but, like, at least we're able to sling them shotguns. School spyware is greater than school spyware? Does your school not use Google platform, so you just get both? Oh, my school does. It's pretty great. They use Google Classroom and then Google Chromebooks. Like, my school was perhaps the biggest Google fan. In fact, I'm pretty sure, like, the administration were all stockholders in, like, Google. And they're like, oh my god, we have to make the bottom line go up. Because if we don't, then our stock valuations would go down and it'd be over. Gamers, I think I'm dead here. Oh wow, okay, there goes my base again. Really, this time they're actually able to kill me here instead of just letting me rebuild everything again. And then... Oh, no, is that aimed at me? That's not aimed at me, okay. I should be okay. No, my mines. Hold on. Is salvageable? Nah, GG. In Estonian, it means Russian. You either get Google School or Microsoft School these days. Yeah. I have Canvas, which I'm pretty sure is Microsoft. Hold on. The school thing. A private equity firm. Ah, okay. I'm not owned by Microsoft or Google, but it's by private equity. Great to know that. Great to know that my school is probably paying money to some private equity firm investor somewhere. And having fun. Dude, I'm straight up being tortured. I am. I have to go to the restroom. I'll do one more lobby, and then I'll probably end the stream and just go to the restroom. And then do homework like a good little kid. Greetings from Estonia. Greetings. Or what I could do is load up a battleships game and just go to the restroom and let you guys watch the battleship. What do you guys think about that? Howitzer laced with potassium. The enemy howitzers were doing quite well. If you're considered to play League on EUW? A League of Legends? What is EUW? I don't know what this is. I don't know what EUW is, so you're gonna have to clarify for me on that one. Alright, load up battleships. Where's the battleships, non-Tanya? Oh no, tier 3. Kill yourself with the tier 3s. There it is. Go for it. Yeah, hold on. I have to let people download the map and ready up first. Why study in Germany and not Netherlands? I don't speak Danish. You know, that's a pretty big deal. Like, Germany kind of has the whole fact that I can kind of speak their language, and Danish is just... Wait, Danish? Oh, Dutch. Shit. Fuck. I'm sorry, man. Dutch doesn't have... Isn't in my... Danish isn't either, in fact. Dutch is not in my vocabulary, nor Danish, nor any other European languages other than English. They're as well split as EU, NA, etc. than North, South, East, West. Oh. What, restroom cam? Yeah, okay. I'll be right back. time. Got my team wing. Let's see, actually, not the greatest energy production setup of all time, but it's not terrible. A yellow tech, laser tech. Enemies are doing quite well, so you should sell off the stuff in the front. I'm taking a train to Germany right now. What should I do? I hear there's a lot of good clubs in Berlin. I've never been to any of them, though. Read a book. Reading books is actually quite based. I can agree with that. I don't really have the patience for that, I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time I read a book, I'm just like, I'm bored, you know? Where's the Subway Surfers? If they put Subway Surfers on the side of the book, then I would read it. But there's no Subway Surfers there. No, I would just get distracted. Now, I actually wanted to read a book, but then I couldn't find my Kindle, so then I think I just lost my Kindle. So, now I can't have fun. And, in fact, can we just protect that? Go like this. Turn on tab, actually. Should I just massive base? I could just mega base here. Build one massive block of wood. Always fun. More battleships. Are we not... What's happening? Are we not doing this? Getting them forlongs in here? Yeah, that's right. We're forlonging it right now. So good. Can't... Come on, you say Huckleberry Finn is not a good book? I don't know if I've ever read Huckleberry Finn. I probably have, like, in middle school. That sounds like a book you would read in middle school. But I certainly don't remember anything. Which is a real shame, because I imagine it's a good book. Maybe I'll reread it. But I don't know, I feel like I've always been into more like the fantasy novels. Where I could learn about a whole new world, and that usually has magic in it. I feel like the whole, like, somebody, like, an author having to make up a whole magic system, which is usually just ass. It's kind of fun. Like, it's just like, why are all the wizards here retarded? Like, these people could be using up a way better strategies. Just throw, like, fucking pebbles at each other that are traveling at the speed of light, because they can move around objects, and they're just not. Instead of they're just throwing each other around and catching themselves, they're just like, what? How are you gonna stop? Like, or just use a gun, right? Like, at that point. But you know, at least there's cool world building and new kingdoms and stuff like that. Always appreciated that. Am I playing artificial host ping? No. I'm just going insane. How many hours do you have in Forge Cloud? Is it a month long? I have roughly 3,000 hours at this point, which is a little bit scary. When I started my channel, it was around 2,500. So 3,000 is not a small amount by any means, but it is not all that much. Considering that, like, how much other Pro Force players, like Tar with 4,700, like, I'm not all that high up there, but yes, I do have quite a lot of time spent in this game, put it like that, and it's kind of scary how much of my life has been wasted away sitting in front of this one game. But it's all like 10,000 hours. Like, you think about like the average Boy 4 player, and they're like 20,000 hours in the game. It's just like, really? What's happening here? This is kind of suspicious. I don't even know if I trust you on these numbers. It feels like your time is just disappearing into the void. Or the Rust players. Man, the Rust players have so many hours as well. Are you a professional forger? I am not. I actually don't play very much Forts anymore. I play a lot more Beyond All Reason than I do Forts, at least right now. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my Beyond All Reason gaming. I'm winning a lot. I mean, like, actually, I win 50% of the time, but I win my responsibilities almost every game, which then makes my brain go happy because, you know, winning my responsibility makes me feel like I've won the game, and then I can complain about all my teammates losing, which they're supposed to lose, considering that I'm usually the best player on the team, and it has, like, OS balancing, so, you know, it's supposed to make it so that my teammates are worse, but, like, I'm still gonna complain about my teammates being worse than me, because that's just what I do. It's the best policy. Oh, they didn't build a wall of defenses there. Are we gonna build more weapons here, or are we just kind of vibing with this? So, like, we do have a lot of resources. Guns are the peak efficiency of killing evil wizards. I feel like they are though. Like there's never like an offensive thing. Like, I mean, I guess you can make a shield, but I feel like you can't always keep yourself a shield. Like just get a good old sniper rifle, and before they can cast like a spell to defend themselves, they're already dead. Because like, how are you supposed to react in time to a bullet? Like that's moving way too fast. Unless you have like the magic like Gojo from JJK, where you can just like make it so that any object moving towards you gets slowed down or something, or like, you know, if you know, like you have some magical sensor. But I feel like in most cases wizards are just kind of weak to bullets. Most cases, unless like I feel like good authors would account for that fact and do some like they would invent like mage spells to be like counteract fast moving objects, so you can only use like mana attacks or whatever. You know, like magic. You can't use normal missile. You can only use magic missile. Because magic missile can't get blocked by the, it doesn't count as an object because it's not an actual physical thing, it's rather than whatever energy of magic or whatever, like, whatever you invented. What is your next video idea? I have, my next video idea is complaining about polite people. It was actually, I'll pretty much give you the video, what I'm thinking about. Because I went to, like, I went to dinner, as I usually do. I left my table, and then when I came back to my table, there was somebody else's food there. I didn't think didn't think anything of it. And then, you know, she eventually sat down, and then she was eating a potato with her, like, eating a potato with no fork and knife. And then I made fun of her for it. And then I asked her, and she was smiling and everything. And then I asked her like 4 questions, and then she never asked anything back. But she was smiling, so I have no idea if she was actually enjoying the conversation or not, because she just never asked me anything back, and then the conversation stalled out, and then we both didn't talk to each other after we talked to each other for like 5 seconds. And I was so pissed off, man, because like, you know, if you're enjoying the conversation, ask me some questions back. I don't want to just badger you, because I don't know if I had no idea if she was enjoying the conversation or not, because she wasn't asking me any questions back, but she was still smiling. But, like, not asking questions back and trying to stall out the conversation means she didn't enjoy it. I just wish people would make it more clear if, you know, if they enjoyed the conversation or not. Because I had no idea. And that pissed me off. Tremendously. So, that's going to be my next video. I'm probably not going to explain it in such a fast way. I don't know why I'm, like, able to talk so fast right now. Almost at rapping levels, like 120 words per minute. You're just going to wait for the video? That's probably a better idea. When I actually, like, conjugate my thoughts and not, like, think it through. Now, we need to give you some romance classes. Bro, I was just yapping at her. Like, and, like, you know, no, she would respond to my questions, but, like, and she would give the in-depth, but I had no idea if she was just being polite or not. Like, I don't know. She just didn't ask me anything back. Skill issue. Okay. You know, that's probably a fair evaluation. Because, like, if she doesn't want to talk to me, she doesn't want to talk to me. That's perfectly fine. Like, I wish I would know if she wanted to talk to me or not. You just made it very clear. Give this man some conversation classes, brother. It's more like I don't understand whether she's enjoying the conversation or not. So it's not conversation. It's just like I don't understand what's happening here. Like, you know, it's not the fact that, like, I just don't understand if she wanted to be in a conversation in the first place. Set everything on fire? I'm trying. Oh, that's genius. Were those lasers? Lasers up there. Aww. You are now a victim of rage bait. Oh, yeah, this is true. And does that mean I'm no longer intelligent because I fell for rage bait? Shit, man. It was nice being smart, but now that I'm stupid, I kind of enjoy life without actually having to do anything. Let all the smart people take over. Didn't want responsibilities in the first place. Who needs college when you got forts? This is true. Yeah, I wish this argumentation would work on my dad, you know? I'd be like, brother, I played so much forts yesterday, what do you mean I need to go outside? You're crazy. Aw, oh, come on. Come on. Aiming. Aiming's not there. I didn't know we had smart people on this channel. Yeah, that's true. I feel like everybody here is just talking when nobody actually... I mean, I think a general description of what the internet is. A bunch of people just deciding that they're the smartest person in the room while everybody is, in fact, below the bell curve. Not that you can be below the bell curve, but, like, you know, just not just describes my intelligence. You know, in fact, I'm above the bell curve, you know... I'm just so far up there, you just can't relate to me. I'm just so high up above the bell curve. That's why I'm considered the smartest person in the room, because I'm above the bell curve. I want some staircase towers for defense here. I hate it when you are not using fire beams as 6-shot shotguns against the enemy. Yeah, but fire beams don't work against... They nerfed that. They nerfed that. Fire beams don't work that great against shotguns anymore. They do. They penetrate very, very far through the beams now. That was not even worth trying. Oh, nice shot. That's concerning. Okay, they lost all of their laser beams. Is it gonna explode down there? Yes, it didn't do very much though. Have you ever thought of playing Frostpunk? All my friends like playing Frostpunk. Actually, they all started playing it recently. Doesn't look like a game that would be interested. I would be interested in. I think I would find it boring. I think I would find it like RimWorld, and I don't really find RimWorld all that exciting. So, basing it off that, I don't think I would enjoy it. Just by the fact that it's a colony manager, and RimWorld is like the colony manager, so. You know, it's like not enjoying Satisfactory if you don't enjoy Factorio. It's just like, it kind of doesn't make sense. Why are you spending background wood cloud here? That's stability tech. Making it so that it distributes stress across more struts so that it's less likely to fall over. Which is extremely nice. Only smart people play Frostpunk? Shit. Does that mean if I play Frostpunk I become smart, or is it already like a prerequisite? So if I force myself to play Frostpunk, at that point it's already over, right? I'm not a smart person. No matter what I'm doing, I'm stupid. That's a real shame. Elite ball knowledge acquired? What? Ball knowledge? I don't exactly know what ball knowledge is. Gonna be honest with you. Not exactly my point of concern. I think we're winning. I hope. We have a lot of howitzers. And making me nervous here. The fact that there is a too long set here, which kind of sucks. Actually, I'll just stack a second later of 4 long on top of the already existing 4 longs. Why not? And it's and these are gonna be boxed. Oh, 4 long boxes. Oh, those are OP. Yeah, there we go. Should solve all the weight distribution problems. Oh, my teammate actually wins the game. What the fuck is this mod? This is not a mod. This is completely vanilla. The map is battleships, but it's not modded. All the weapons being used right now are part of the base game. It's just a very, very big map because that's how this map works. You can just build that tall. Aw, four sniped myself. That's a shame. Oh, can I not? Oh, I can't replace. Yeah. That is cooked. Boxes are too small. And now they're compressed, so... What I can just do is, like, build a couple more howitzers here, maybe. Not based like this, or in 1 week I've spent 50 hours on a game in a single day. Okay, you know what? That's some magic right there. You're playing 50 divided by 7. I have 500 hours on Forts. That is actually quite a bit. At that point, you should be able to start like playing. Do you play ranked at 500 hours? Now you can start playing the campaign. Now 500 hours. That's the perfect time. Do you cook? I do not cook. There is in fact no kitchen. I have no refrigerator or no kitchen. All I have is the dining hall, which I usually eat at. Pretty good. Dining hall food is actually the dining hall food is actually pretty okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not terrible. I'm so... The fact that you can drag around while you have ships selected is kind of... Not gonna lie, not a big fan. Maybe I'm more afraid to look. Favorite food? I don't know. I like masaman curry. I've actually eaten masaman curry a lot. That's that. And whenever I go to an Asian restaurant and I see that they have masaman curry, that's almost like the first thing I order, which is extremely nice. Almost like every Asian restaurant has it. Like even like every ethnicity of Asian also. Like normally the Thai places have it, and the Chinese places have it, and the Indian places have it. It's very consistent food. I don't know if it's my favorite food, but it's definitely like my most ordered food at restaurants. I don't feel like your most eaten food is like valid because that's more economical, but that's definitely like whenever I go to a restaurant I see masaman curry, it's pretty solid. Though burgers are good as well, I'll admit. I'm being American when it comes to liking burgers. Is that gonna hit? Is that gonna hit? Oh my god. I'm actually kind of shocked they're not collapsing here. We could try getting buzzsaws, actually. This does look like it would collapse if we got hit by enough buzzsaws. Osama curry? No, masaman. It starts with an M, masaman. Been inside for so long my skin is getting lighter. Based. My skin is pretty much like completely pale. Vampiric-ish. But I'm sure that's going to change during the summer though. Because like even when I do sports it's usually at like 5. The sun's already down at this time of year. So like, you know, can't exactly get my sunlight in if the sun's not up. Kind of a shame. Think they're running out of shotguns here? It should be. Your skin is sun bleached? I know, it's pretty great. I'm very happy with my skin. My skin is not sun bleached, actually. That's just full sleep. I don't know why I was agreeing with you. Will this be a GG here? I think so. Every summer, I think I will get a tan, so like 20 years, no tan. Is it because you don't go outside, or is it just because your body's incapable of getting a tan? Like, if your body's just incapable of getting a tan, then, like, it makes sense. That's wonderful. Make sure you eat greens. Eating greens is pretty good, but the great thing about my salmon curry is that there's usually, like, potatoes in there. Which are, like, technically not greens, but they're also, like, vegetables. Like, whenever somebody's like, you should eat your vegetables, I'm just like, that's right. I ate, like, 18 potatoes yesterday. And then, like, oh, that doesn't count. And I'm just like, you just said vegetables, idiots. And that counts. I'm healthy. And then they're like, no, you're not healthy. And I'm like, but look at me. I'm skinny. And I'm definitely not skinny because I consume copious amounts of coffee every day. Like, that would be crazy. Coffee definitely just doesn't make you skinny. That's some, like, you know, propaganda right there. You can be incapable of tanning. I don't know, maybe. That seems like something you should be able to, like, somebody's gonna be incapable of. I go outside but not take time to get tan. You should be like all the girls in like, actually there's quite a few girls that, like, are just lay by the pool. Like, in fact, like, I have seen, like, 3 people use the pool, and, like, everybody else is just laying by the pool. Just on the chairs. And that's all they do. And then they go on their phones. That's like, okay, I guess you're just going for a tan today. But it's really funny because you could see the pool from the dining hall, so, you know, some people just sit out there and look at the pool, interestingly enough, and all the people tanning. It's quite an interesting setup they got there. And you could see you can't see the pool from my side of the tower, but the other side of the tower you could see directly into the pool. So, like, you know, I don't know if everybody just watches the pool in their free time, but I feel like that could be a thing. I don't think we have spinach on the menu tonight. Good. Not a big fan of spinach, gonna be honest with you. Every time somebody's like, I eat spinach, and I'm just like, okay. Whatever, bro. You go be healthy. I'm in the UK, so tanning is an option. Too many clouds. Yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of European, though. Like, what was it? My dad told me, like, my dad is always bringing me Austrian news. He's like, actually, Luca, the Vienna only got 36 hours of sun this December. It's actually the worst weather it has been in years. And I was just like, okay, Dad, whatever. You can go tell me your Viennese facts. Like, go text your sister that you're sorry about that. And I'm like, okay. It is, of course, my dad doesn't tell me, like, directly, but he's like, you know, you could text your sister about that. You know, do some relationship stuff. And I'm like, sure. Whatever. I never actually texted my sister. Her problem. Just do Among Us. I want to do Among Us 44. Yeah, we can do Close to it. I haven't done that yet. This team is stacked. Maybe. But it was randomized, so I will not be taking allegations of stacking the teams, okay? Be reasonable here. Watching your videos so much recently, it's weird to hear you live. Yeah, I know. I think there's like a different like vibe when I'm live, but that is what it is. Well, like 3 hours into dinner, things start to run out, and usually by then people are gone. So I was going to like a huge college. Things run out. I've never seen anything run out. Whenever something runs out, they replace it with something else. I guess I've kind of seen some stuff run out a couple of times, but it's pretty rare. Not all that common. Which would be nice. Are we gaming? Doesn't look like we're gaming here. Which is kind of a shame. I would like to game, but my teammates don't want to game, so we're not gaming. There we go. Oh, I didn't disable Commander. Oopsies. It's gonna be Buster. Hopefully it's Buster on Buster. That's the only way it's fair. Because Buster rockets at this range are absolutely just completely cracked. We are not Buster. We are so cooked. So unbelievably cooked here, man. And I have auto cross brace on. Turn that off. I turned that off. There you go. Now it's fixed. The face has already been revealed. It has. It has. You guys have seen it before. We've seen this. My dining hall is only 1600 to 1800, just 2 hours. Oh, it's just 2 hours. Oh, I was thinking that in years. I forget you Europeans actually like use military time. That makes sense. Only 4 to 6? Really? Damn, that sucks. Like, I usually eat dinner at, like, 7-ish. Mine goes from 5 to, like, 8. My dining hall is 730 to 800 with 3-hour pauses for menu swaps. Mine's something like that as well. Random team. It is a random team. However, this team is pretty stacked, so despite the fact that we are playing not meta commander or every other commander but Buster, means we're probably still going to be okay. Hopefully. If I do like good map control, then we're going to be okay. I think. Hopefully. Maybe not. Okay. Bottom teammate looks like this guy's not playing the game and our top guy is. No, everybody's playing the game, right? I remember when I most recently watched 1v1 on Julian versus Tar. You had a face cam for that? I did, because that was live on stream. That was live. The people wanted a face cam, so I did have a face cam. And that was actually really fun. Maybe I should host another. I'm thinking of hosting a bar tournament, actually. Just shove myself into that. So if I can get a Winter Gaming TV to collab with, oh my god, I want to make him so uncomfortable. God, I love making content creators uncomfortable. Like with Salt's work, I think I threw him off with my questions, and it's so fun. Get Winter Gaming TV in here and just be like, yo, so have any opinions on the girl down the street? On the absolute state of bread in your country? You just confuse him a little bit. How different are the... I don't think he's talking to me. Oh, come on. No. No, I lost so much metal by doing that. There we go. Is it exposed? Yeah, it's exposed. What? I can't hit that? Is there anything in there? There's something down there. What is that? Is that a buzzsaw? Oh no, that's one layer lower. Never mind. That is a rocket. It's just a little bit lower. Like down there. Oh, we're Warthog. Oh, we're not Eagle Eye. Damn, I should actually care to read the commanders. Actually, Warthog rockets are still strong. Not as good as Buster rockets, but they're still good. They're green hats. Okay. Consider me a little bit shocked. That means we probably win this game. We 100% win this game. Oh, we got Warthog walkers, they have nothing. How the dining hall menus read. There's actually a lot of variety in them, which is very, very nice. I don't actually read the menus. There's usually like 3 or 4 choices of food to eat. So you pretty much always got you covered. And the sushi, they do have sushi. It's always ass sushi, but it's still sushi, right? It never has anything good in it, but there's always a choice of sushi. Usually just like it's just like rice, seaweed, and then like some sort of like greens. Like I don't know, sometimes put carrots. If you're lucky, they put avocados. But like the fact that it's just rice and seaweed together means it's good. There's always something to eat. Sometimes it's pretty ass, but like most days it's okay, and it's pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it. If I stop reading and actually support the structure, I will. And I made a vow never to trust raw dining hall fish, bro. I don't eat the fish version. I don't actually eat fish at all. It's just not something I eat. I only eat, but like they usually just have something with veggies, and there's no meat in it. I usually eat that. It's pretty good. It doesn't have to have meat to be good sushi. Especially if they just have avocado and cucumber rolls, like those are always the best. Especially when you can actually find some avocado in them. Some of them just don't have that much avocado, but when you get one of the ones with like a decent amount of avocado, man, it is so good. It is actually kind of heat. I really enjoy those. Watching here. Tonight is Sunday, so spite and meatball. You get meatballs? Are the meatballs good? I imagine if you go to like a European university, the meatballs are probably okay. Meatballs at my university are not all that great though. Sadly. Here's what it is though. Yo, free base. Hey, look at this. That's right. Core goes into the ground. This isn't team killing. This is his choice. He gave me a free base. He knew what was happening. He knew the risks that I could just take it and sell him off, okay? Avocado is golden. One of the dining halls at my college has a standing Hispanic menu. Where do you live? Do you live in the U.S.? I was shocked if there's a Hispanic menu in a college or a college in Europe. Jesus. Like I had Hispanic food once in Europe and it was kind of ass. But that's it. All the European food in the U.S. is kind of ass. As Cloud, the meatballs are amazing. They're half a kick to them. Are you telling me they're putting drugs in the meatballs? Is this what you're telling me? I think that's what you're telling me. How I live in like central like United States, you're a Midwestern goober. You're telling me that the Midwest has good meatballs at a Midwestern university? You're telling me that the Midwestern university is better than my California university? Unbelievable. This is clearly a psyop by the flyover states to actually make people move there. Like, come on. Stay irrelevant. Breakfast is the same every morning, but there's a lot of food. Breakfast is the same every morning here as well. It's always just, pretty much always scrambled eggs and, potatoes. That's what I always get. Because that's all they really have. I guess nobody really wants to get up in the morning to actually work there. Königsberger Klops. Paulie had meatballs in Goodfellas. Goodfellas is a crime/thriller. A rise of a mafia associate Henry Hill. Never gonna watch that movie. Half my friends are Guatemalan. We have an insane Hispanic population. That's valid though. Like, I mean, do you live like in the southern Midwest or the northern place? Guatemala, like, I feel like foreigners, like first generation immigrants or second generation, whoever, the children of immigrants are always the coolest though. Like whenever I meet somebody that's like a child of like a Chinese person or, you know, a European person or like a Mexican person, they're always more chill. Like they're not like, you know, completely subsumed by American culture because, you know, like their parents provide a different like alternative for culture. Like it's not only American culture in them, there's also like some foreign culture, and then it makes them really fun to talk to, and they're usually more open-minded as well. Like you can talk to them and they're like, yeah, I actually could, I don't think that's actually very cool. I'm like, oh my god, this is a pretty cool person right here. So I feel like it's valid having all your friends, but that said, I say that as a child of, you know, immigrants. So, you know, maybe I just like people who I can relate to. I think that's probably just it, right? Like I could be like, oh my god, you're also the child of some people who didn't originally live here. do you want to be friends? And then, like, you know, generally goes well. I think it's more of that. I am Hispanic, historically Spanish. Man, it's so stupid that people from Spain can be considered Hispanic and then get like easier admission to college. Because like I know like there's like an Italian Spanish girl I know, and it's like, and she could put on her application that she's Hispanic, and it's just like, really? You're Italian and Spanish. You're about as white as white can be, and like her parents are from Spain and Italy. Like, you can't really get whiter than that. And then you can be like, I am minority on the application. It's just like, really, brother, this is so unfair. Where's the Germanic suppressed population? Because like, look at, like, come on, this is so course week. I can't course week. I was smashing the ball. Why the ball is there? So I could fraud a bank 7 million, only get 1 year? Based. Wait, is that real? Do you actually just do that in Spain? And look, you can't blame the Spanish government for just being that cool, okay? Just defraud everybody, and then no time in prison? I'm 25% Irish, is that enough to be European? Maybe. Thread the needle. I'm not swinging my core. End of story. We're no longer discussing this topic, okay? I decide that I'm not swinging my core, and this is a decision that shall not be changed. And it shall never be changed. Oh, I forgot to build up all the mines. Oopsies. I'm Polish and German. I should get earlier admission. Being from Iowa, I should also get help. Yeah. In fact, the entire economy should just be focused towards giving me help. Because, like, you know, I've had it so hard being born on the West Coast with a middle-class family. Like, you know, they really should be considering my plight sometimes instead of all the plights of, like, you know, the people that come from third world countries. And I'm not asking them to consider my plight. It's just like, come on, man. She's from Spain and Italy. Her dad works for a European business. Like, come on. It's not exactly like she was struggling in her Manhattan Beach neighborhood. Manhattan Beach, California. Wait, is it? Yeah, Manhattan Beach, California, not Manhattan Beach in New York. But it's still roughly the same type of people there in those two Manhattan beaches, despite being the other side of the country from each other. What will you lose if you fail the course ring? I'll lose my ability to play the game, and I'll be forced to yap the entire time. The worst addiction is letting the Pac-12 into the Big Ten. I don't know what the Pac-12 is. So, I don't know what the Big Ten is either. We're in reference to this case. California ball knowledge test? What do you mean ball? What is happening around? Why am I getting lag spikes? Am I dropping frames? No. Okay. Interesting. Make a poll for it. I'm not gonna make a poll for it. Because then I'll die, and then I'll be sitting here and be forced to just talk to you guys and not be able to play the game at the same time. Because co-op on death is off, which means that my life is very, very valuable. I don't want to risk death here. I wash my face every day now. Good for you. I feel like that's just taking a shower, though. I feel like taking a shower just kind of does that. You know? I take a shower, so I feel like in that, there's washing my face. I don't know if that's, like, objective or anything. What are my PC specs? We can go through the task manager after this game. Or we're going to go to the task manager in a second after I spend all my resources. And there's nothing to do but look at my base and its pristine, very well architectured beauty. Has some storages. Yeah, that should be good enough. Okay. Task manager time. Performance. I'm not going to be opening the internet task because you know what's happening over there. That's all my information. Okay, so we have the GPU, we have the memory, We have the disc, and then we have the GPU second one, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, there's your little stats. You could do what you wish with them. I don't exactly know what exactly it all means. I paid somebody else to build the computer for me, so I'm not the computer guy. I know a computer guy that, you know, dropped out of college, so he made it for me for like $1,300, and now I'm very happy. And my PC probably has gained value as well, considering the whole RAM prices these days. So it was also an investment. This PC, I can resell it. It was all for speculation all along. Who's Gojo? That's bait right there. 3080? Is a 3080 good? I mean, like, literally, I've never had any problems with graphics. I don't understand what people mean, like, they need the maxed out, like, graphics. Like, when everybody's like, oh yeah, the AAA companies want you to have the maxed out graphics, I'm like, really? I don't know, shit's working pretty well with, like, my technically not great 3080. No. Technically not great, technically. Oh, this is built so terribly. The one down here is built way better. 3080 is horrible. Okay. 3080s are good. I think this is what the intellectuals call rage bait. What's horrible about a 3080? It's not a 4090. That's why. It's not top of the line stuff. Therefore, it's bad. Actually, pushing up Blade Architect here. I think it's quite good on this map. On balls in general. Also get some actually dense wood spam here. Oh, I got the howitzer. Let's see if I can one-shot this guy. Get that below shot. Didn't get the below shot. Normal shot does work out. Looks like it works out quite well though. Now wait. Quick forward it as fast as you can. I'm trying, man. This guy just isn't killable, though. This guy has never heard of AA before. I fired the howitzers once. He knew they were coming. They just did give me a shitload of free damage here. I appreciate the thought, though. I thought I built purple tech there, and I was just... Nope, I forgot to build the purple tech. That's a shame. Hey, whoa. Whoa, getting a little bit unruly here, aren't we? Alright, there we go. Got enough support here. There's not going to be a single gunner to be seen, is there? Yep, not a single gunner. Ah, shit, I wasn't paying attention. That's rough. Is what it is, though. I'm gonna just rebuild everything. Do I should have a red tick, right? I thought I built... No, red tick got shot. I just want to build rockets on this guy. I kind of want to shoot this guy with rockets. If they're not going to build AA, then the rockets are just an option. Go all the techs. Balls? This is, in fact, the Balls map. The Balls 4 for in fact. It's a Chinese version, which I actually quite like. I think it's a lot better than the other version. The other version is just leading to a bunch of colonizer clownery. And my friend made it, and he knew exactly what he was doing when he made it. It's a meme map that you play once for a YouTube video and then you move on. Well, never gonna go back to that one. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Not gonna get through with my amount of flak now. Have fun and be safe, thank you. It's been fun, we'll go and listen to music to my ears. What do you mean, listen to music to you? You're just gonna listen to music? Is this just confusion? What do you mean music to your ears? I feel like most music should be music to your ears. Otherwise, why are you listening to it? I mean, I guess you could rage listen to something. You're like, I don't like this guy. I need to listen to what I don't like. See if I change my mind. Alright, that guy's base somehow still stayed alive there, though. But no, I'm not exactly sure. Uh-oh. I don't know what's causing those little frame drops there. Especially because I'm the host. I shouldn't be getting those. Maybe it's a monitor thing. I don't know. Alright. Nice. Now, let's see. Does this guy have any AA? Oh my god. Brother, it is so late in the game. You can't just not build AA at this point in the game. Come on. I'm gonna start shooting you back. I'm not gonna just AFK forever. I want to get a sniper down here. Oh wow. Yeah, that sucks. Hey, look at that exposed fire beam. And dropped. Other than plane spotting, which is going to my hometown, I try and keep it quick. Yeah, I don't really like spending time in airports either. Actually, yeah, no. Everything is too expensive. Like, you want to buy anything or just sit in a restaurant, it just costs so much money. And that's my main... Like, I wouldn't mind being in an airport if things were reasonably priced, right? Because then I could just sit at a restaurant, you know, maybe I'm with my family, and then it's vibing. But I feel like a lot of the time when I'm at an airport, it's not that case, you know? Sitting at a restaurant, it's just not fun. Because I try to buy something, and they're like, half your kidney, please. And I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean, my kidney? They're like, well, shit's really expensive to bring in and stuff, so it's just like, man... If the airport was cheaper, I would like it. Man, the fact that it's so expensive and then also tries to be a mall for some reason, it's just like, it's trying to be an expensive mall, but like, I don't really enjoy malls that much in the first place, but making it expensive is even less fun. Okay, no idea how that guy died. And that guy dead. That guy looks like he has a lot of stress in all of his sweats. And he's gone. Cool. I feel like going laser nukes on this bottom base is always unnecessary. Like, I tried going howitzers, but yeah, laser nukes are so strong. Airport store space is just super expensive. Yeah, that's probably... I understand that's what drives up the cost, but it's just... It just makes going to the airport so much less fun, because you have to go a couple hours early to make sure you catch the flight. But, like, you know, by doing so, you're now just resigning yourself to being stuck at the airport for a couple hours without being able to do anything. And it sucks. Which is just a little unfortunate. Look who is back. You? Welcome back. My voice is not fully back, though, which is a little bit of a shame. But I'm sure it'll get there eventually. No, don't shut down the own nukes. There we go. GG. This doesn't fall apart? Yeah, there we go. That's why they can jack up the prices so much. I think that's kind of why they have to jack up the prices so much, right? Because when they don't, then they won't be profitable, then they have to go out of business. Which kind of sucks. Anyways, I think I'm going to go play some Beyond All Reason now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Probably won't be streaming every day, though. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably just going to go... Maybe Sunday, Mondays, Fridays. Yeah. And Curtis streams on Saturday, so I don't really want to argue with him there. You know, have a co-stream going. Plus, it's good to have a weekend where I can do homework. Anyways, I'm going to go now.